Let's start with this truth. Virtual and paper monies may not preserve their meaning forever. If you're wondering, well, if money dies, what do we turn to? You're in the right place. That is exactly our quest. This is Monetary Atlas, the intersection of money, history, and power. Every empire says its money is sound. Every government claims its promises will hold forever. History keeps showing otherwise. Rome, France, the Confederacy, and today's Lebanon. People wake up to find their savings eroded, their salaries stripped of meaning, and the systems they thought were solid stealing their future. Collapse is not the exception. Most of the time, it is the rule. The question is this: if the system collapses, how do I protect myself? Money is not a rock. Money is trust. But trust can be shattered overnight. For this reason, history and its teachings are ruthless yet useful. All collapses, at their core, point to what preserves reserves and what turns to dust. Those who don't fall are not the ones who trust the most, but the ones who approach with doubt and filter first. Think through Byzantium. For centuries, the gold solidus was like the world's reserve currency. Later, its purity was reduced, the alloy increased. At first, no one noticed. Then trust cracked. Money turned into a political fiction. The economy lost its stability. The ones who survived were those who clung not to paper promises, but to real gold and land that was hard to reach. No state can resist the temptation to dilute and expand its money. Real value moves toward things that cannot be imitated. When the Black Death laid waste to the population, the value of labor was recognized. Those with liquidity could stock up on land and goods at dead cheap prices. We watched a similar pattern in the recent pandemic. Supply links broke. An enormous amount of money was printed. Those with liquidity built reserves. Those focused on wages fell behind. Crises grant big rewards to those with reserves and always punish those without assets. In Renaissance Florence, powerful merchants lent to kings at certain terms, and when the English king could not pay, the banks could not stand. Deposits became a story of the past. Trade seized up and stopped. So being big does not always inspire confidence. Institutions always exist to make profit. If they go down, they take you with them. We saw the same chain again centuries later. In the American Civil War, the North printed greenbacks while the South focused on printing money even more uncontrollably. In this process, inflation practically laid everything to waste. When the war ended, the South's money and wealth were effectively dead, reduced to a useless piece. It was not paper promises that prevailed, but real goods and land. In the French Revolution, it was said that the paper money called Assignats was backed by assets. But when the spigot was opened, trust ended. Farmers did not want pieces of paper. They wanted food, silver, and property. Once again, those who held real assets came out ahead. Through another lens, the Asian crisis showed that borrowing in someone else's money is a harsh trap. When the peg collapsed, debts and foreign currency became unpayable overnight, and the greatest damage again hit the lowest rungs. Those who held foreign currency or overseas property weathered the crisis with minimal losses. Returning to the present, banks in Lebanon slammed the doors shut. They froze deposits, and afterward, the national currency lost almost all its value. People could not withdraw their own money. The money held at the bank is not actually a treasure chest, but a loan you have given to an institution that may choose not to repay in a crisis. Those who stood the strongest were the ones who diversified abroad, held real assets like precious metals and property, and kept sufficient cash outside banking systems. So what path should be followed in this situation? There is not just a single remedy. It can vary according to the flow and the period you are in. In the Byzantine lesson, real gold reserves and valuable land are at the forefront. After major epidemics, crises, or chaotic periods, liquidity and smart purchases turn the process into an opportunity. Blind trust in large institutions poses a serious danger. In periods when paper money surges, food and property always preserve their value. Borrowing in someone else's currency is the quickest way to drown in chaos. An exit plan and process are necessary before banks close the doors. Your wealth is not only what you own, it also shows what you can do. The baker who bakes bread, the craftsperson who repairs, the farmer who manufactures, the exporter and importer who move goods across borders. Even if money one day loses its meaning, production never does. Needs always exist, and those who can meet them do not remain poor. Real protection is not blind belief, but genuine reserves and original crafts. Every crisis brings subtle opportunities someone can exploit. It flows from the trusting to those who can turn chaos into opportunity. It flows from paper pieces to tangible assets. It flows from the inactive saver to the active producer. And the crucial question is this: while everything is being ruined, will you be left holding promises given to you, or truly valuable assets? History does not repeat exactly, but it moves in a wild harmony. It always crushes whoever ignores this ethic. If this offered a different perspective, follow along. Clues are hidden in history. Let's explore together.